Hello friends, welcome, welcome. I'm Tammy K, just holding the camera here before I switch over to paint with you guys. I've got my little phone holders and everything here. Happy Friday, I saw your messages. Let's get started. We're gonna do a painting that I'm gonna show you real quick. This is kind of it. So pretty simple ranunculus florals. Let's get started. I wanna show you guys my desk here. And we're just going to try to have a fun time of it. So if you have any questions, this is going to actually be up later on as the replay. So feel free to watch it later, paint later. I'm getting situated over here. So I've got my reference photo, and this is from the Flower Color Guide. I love this book so much. I use it all the time. And then we have our Meeden watercolor paints, and this is a really cute palette from them. This is the Meeden 100% watercolor paper, and then I've got the Christy Rice Joy Chaser travel brush that we're using today. This is so lovely. So anyway, it's a number 6 round. Let's go ahead and get to it. So I am going to spray down my palette. It's already a little bit sprayed down and wet, but things dry pretty quickly here in the desert, so we just have to keep working on that. So first of all, I know you can't see my whole reference here. What I'm wanting to do is I'm just going to start mixing up a little bit of what we've got going on here. This is this orangey mix, and I'm going to add a little bit of pink to it, a little bit of a peachy color today. I've got a lot of water in here, a lot of water. And let's start by adding in our center. So I'm just going to make a little bit of a rounded, kind of like a bud shape here. All right, and we're gonna try to go really loosely. So this is ranunculus. With ranunculus, there's so many petals, so I'm just gonna try by starting just to make some nice little brush strokes here, pressing down with the belly of the brush to get them a little bit thicker. But we're wanting to get that, as you can see here, there's all these petals surrounding that center, and we want to leave a lot of white space so that we can see that it's not just a blob here. So then what I want to do is take my brush, dip it in water, squeegee off the side, little dab on the paper towel, and then we're just going to get a little bit lighter, and we can start kind of fluffing this out a little bit and going a little bit lighter as we get to the outer petals here, making sure to leave that white space. And this is a great technique for a rose, for example. Ranunculus, I think, kind of, to me, looks a little bit, similar in some of them. There's many different ones. We're going to go ahead and varieties, as there are varieties of all kinds of roses that look very different. Just a few little light petals right here. So it's pretty light, the color that we've gone with over here. Maybe just a little bit more over here as well. And then I'm going to take some of that concentrated paint, maybe a little bit more orange, and I'm just going to start dropping in for a little bit of some shadows, especially the center. I want to be a bit darker. All right, and then we can, that's called wet on wet. If you're not familiar, we're going to blend a little bit of this out and just make a pretty easy going floral right here. All right, so now I'm going to save some of this lovely peachy color here, and I am going to grab some red. So I want to save that for later. Grab some red over here on my palette, and let's go ahead and do the same type of thing, but with a kind of a side facing. So we're going to do the center. I have painted this several times. I painted it for fun, and then I painted it as a reel. I went live on Instagram yesterday and painted it there. So we're just doing these roundish C-curve shapes surrounding that middle. And I'm painting it with you guys. So, this is the popular one this week, apparently, what I have chosen. But it's pretty simple. We're not going to be painting forever. All right, dip the brush, squeeze off the side, do a little dab on the paper towel, start spreading out some of this color a little bit lighter. So we're changing up the values. We're making some C-curve shapes that are a bit thicker, larger as we get out towards the outside of that center. We want a few little petals here. I'm going to dip it again, just trying to lighten up that paint. And I hope you guys are doing well today. I wish I could see comments. I don't have, my camera is a bit higher than what I can see. If I can stand and hover over, I can see there's a bunch of you here. Hi guys, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad. If you can't stay the whole time, absolutely come back. Well, my voice just cracked. Definitely come back and watch that replay. It'll be up pretty soon. If you don't subscribe to my channel, go ahead and do that right now. It won't cost you a cent, and then you won't miss out on my videos and all the fun stuff all the time, all the postings. I'm grabbing some more red, mixing it in, and we're just going to start. I'm going to dab so I don't have too much water on my brush, because sometimes it gets away from us. And I'm just really, what I'm trying to do is just go on these little edges where right after where that white space is, and we're making some darker marks so that we have a little bit of shadow. You know, just think about how the petals are just so tightly, and I'm just gonna, I dab my brush. Paper towel, guys, is so pivotal. It has changed the way that I paint. It really has. So that you don't get too much, you know, too much on your brush, too much puddling and all that, too much liquid. So, so yeah, wet on wet technique here for this ranunculus. Okay, so now we're gonna do a third one, and we're gonna start with a middle. I'm gonna grab another palette that has black. This is Kiaume. I'm not sure exactly how you say it, but this is another Paul Rubens. So all the supplies, I believe I've listed them in the description of this video already. If not everything is there, I will list it once I am done and post this live, but you can check those out. And I do get a small commission for anything you purchase. Even if you just put something in your cart and then you purchase all these other things, I get a small commission from that, which is really nice. So I appreciate your support in that way. Let's see, if you have any questions, definitely come back and post them in comments after I've posted this. And we're just gonna do this little middle here of black. And then what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna grab, I don't know, I washed off the black, but let's add some black to that red. We're gonna darken it up, kind of looking for maybe a burgundy situation. And yes, that looks good. Now, the tricky thing is being able to paint around this wet center and, you know, not get everything all mixed together. So again, leaving some white space in these ranunculus florals. So I started really thin, and then I'm gonna start to press down. We've got these lovely little shapes for the petals over here in the back as well. And I'm about to rinse my brush and get things a little bit lighter very soon, very soon. Here we go, rinse. So I'm really excited, guys, because I have a free ebook that I'm gonna be offering, and I'll post about it here. It's on Sunday, and it's how to let go of perfectionism in art. So now we're just getting lighter and larger little petals, leaving that white space. I am a mental health therapist, and so I mix that with my art, and I like to encourage you guys to let go of that fear that a lot of us have, that we want everything to be perfect. And so if you can let go of that and remind yourself this is supposed to be a fun practice, it's not supposed to be stressful, it's gonna help you enjoy the process a little bit more and help you to just, you know, be in a mindset where you can learn. We're just trying to learn. We're not trying to win some prize for something perfect. Okay, we're just trying to play and have fun. So this guy needs a little bit of, so anyway, the link for that will be in my posts on Sunday. Look out for that free ebook. Hopefully that is helpful. There's exercises, and I'm just dropping in some more color here. Exercises and just tips to help let go of that perfection mindset, guys. All right. Just spreading that out a little bit more. I always like to check to see, hi guys, you're still with me. Fantastic, fantastic. All right, now if you don't like certain thing or the way it's looking, you can rinse your brush, dab it on your paper towel, and you can start to lift some color. Just lifting a little bit of color there. And you can see what a difference that makes. And you can even add in color. For example, I want a little bit more red, a little bit of black in there again. And I'm gonna just dip that in right there. I just want my center to be a little bit darker after all. Okay, there we go. All right, so we've got that third one there. We're gonna do a fourth one, and we're gonna go back to that kind of peachy, lovely color. I'm gonna add a little bit of pink in there. And I just like to, sometimes I like to work with the color that I have, just augmenting it here and there, a little bit of orange just to change up what we've got going on. Okay, so we're gonna do the fourth one, and I am going to do this little dome shape, little half circle kind of thing. All right, so we're starting with that, and then we just do the same thing. If you're just joining us, welcome, welcome. My name is Tammy K. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and give this live stream a like as well, letting people know that you're having a good time. I teach watercolor on Patreon too, and that's linked in the description, and that's where I offer bonus content, live stream access. We're painting fall leaves next Monday. I think it's next Monday, or no, in 2 weeks on our live, and exclusive tutorials not seen anywhere else. So we have a lot of fun over there. You can check that out. Join for 7 days free if you're interested. So now I've got a lot of white space happening, and I'm just going to start to fill in a little bit of that. I'm sort of looking at my reference, sort of just kind of painting from memory because I've done this several times, and I'm just kind of just enjoying the process and talking to you guys. So I want to do that a little bit darker, grab some more orange, grab some more pink, and dabbing the brush, and I'm just going to dip in and darken up some of those edges like we did before. So art is supposed to be a fun, relaxing activity. It's not supposed to stress you out. If it stresses you out, walk away. When you come back, remind yourself it is supposed to be a fun process, and it's supposed to help let go of your stressors of your day. And as a therapist as well as an artist, I really love being able to mix these two together because there's something so healing about being able to create something with your own hands. I'm just going to go through this a little bit, sketchy, grab some fresh water, and just blend out those edges, okay? Just blend out the edges a little bit. And you can go through and add a little bit more of this or a little bit of that, whatever you feel like you want to do. I think I just want a little bit more of a petal situation right here. And with your white space, you're just really allowing that flower to look nice and fluffy. Okay, so I'm mixing up my green now. I'm gonna add red, which is the opposite color on the color wheel of green, and it's going to darken it like that, which is a nice color for this situation. So, all right, you guys are still with me. How are you? Thank you for the likes, guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to do that if you want to. So I'm just going to do some sketchy lines here, just kind of going little by little, adding in a stem over here. I'm just going to do kind of an arced stem poking out in the bottom. And then here's our center. Because it's off-centered, like there's more flower happening here than over here, we know that our flower is tilted, and it's making it look like one side of the flower is bigger, the petals are longer. It's just the way that the perspective is on the flower, and that's how it appears. So we've got our little sketchy stems in here. Grab some more green. And one thing I wanted to add and I forgot is a little bud. So let's go ahead and do a cute little bud. I'm just going to use the shape of the brush just to add in a cute little bud on this side. All right. And now that we have that, we can go back to our green. If you don't have enough green, like I'm running out already, because I didn't mix up a lot, just mix up more, some red, some green, mostly green and a little bit of red. And then we're just going to do a little sketchy stem, a little bit of greenery right there too. And this color is a little bit different, so I'm just going to go over these stems a little bit. So now the fun part is just kind of figuring out places to put in your sketchy leaves, which really to me look like kind of fun little wispy grasses. So just from the way that I see the leaves here in this reference photo, you know, there's not a lot happening. So and you don't have to be accurate as well. You don't have to be like, okay, well, this has to look like a ranunculus leaf, or else it doesn't. It's art. You can do whatever you want. And that's what I have to remind myself too. Just paint in the way that makes sense for you. If you're not a painter and you just want to create something else, what if you're a musician? where you're wanting to be? What if you garden? Those are beautiful skills that help get you in a good state of mind, gives you peace and relaxation. Peace is something that I hope that we all can experience. Right now, our world needs that, more than ever, and we need that personally as well. And if you can find a sense of peace in whatever you create, it takes you away from all those stressors that you've been dealing with, just at least for a few moments, and your brain gets a little rest, guys. It's so needed. It's really good self-care. Alrighty, so we have our little florals here, and I'm gonna add in a few little buds too. So just pressing down with the belly of the brush, a little bit of a rounded bud, and over here as well. And let's do another one here. Okay, so since you have the buds in there, we're just gonna go ahead and add in a little bit of a stem to connect those together. This is very loose freestyle, so don't worry too much about it. If you want to try it later, again, look at the replay, have at it, ask any questions in those comments. I'm going to take some really watery paint here. I like to splatter, so we're just going to do a little bit tapping on the brush. It's a little bit of splatter around the flowers. I just feel like it makes them look a little bit more magical. Maybe it's like pollen floating in the air, whatever it might be for you. And take a look at your painting at this point. If you feel like it's good, then you're good. If you want to add some things as well, this is the moment to do that. But that is our painting for today, guys. And I wanted to show you just a little bit of what I love to do. The replay will be up soon, guys. Thanks for being here. I'm Tammy K, therapist and artist, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. We will see you soon on the next video. Take care.